Welcome back to my stream. I am, as always, Inquisitor Aura, and this is Holy Healing, not 101, because I've been doing this for freaking ever at this point. In Skyreach. I haven't actually done this one in quite some time, so I figured I'd actually do a specific queue for this one specifically because I actually really like Skyreach, and you've already seen pretty much all the other things. I have two more instances that you guys have not seen me stream as Holy.
Hey guys.
But let me set myself up here and turn my volume down. Once again, I am
Crappy food. Oh, never mind.
in vent with my people, so if you hear me talking weird things, or if you hear weird things going on because other people are talking, I actually don't know if you can hear vent or not. I don't have it selected on OBS, but that doesn't mean anything because it is technically right now part of my game. But yes, here we go. I will eventually, I actually just today decided, based on High Mall raid last night, that I was going to make my off-spec discipline. Because Izzy here was a discipline priest before she was a holy priest. And I enjoyed it, because in Miss Pandaria, discipline priests were just kind of like, OP as fuck. So, and while the healing style is literally completely different than it was before, because it still has powered shield set up there. Hold on. I forgot. It's like I switched the specs and my voodoo doesn't switch over for some reason, so it doesn't have renew right there. I'm gonna need a second after this, guys. I need to change one of my spells in voodoo.
Okay.
Because it's still set up for discipline. Because I thought it would switch. But it didn't.
Can you DPS yet in heroics? Did you ever do the silver?
Me?
Yes.
Alright, I'm good.
I'm lazy.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I didn't DPS in silver either. I'm just a healer. But it's okay, because now my off-spec is discipline. So it doesn't make a difference.
I can do both your specs. It works.
Well, it's like shocking, because it's like his heals last night were freaking amazing, and I know it was all power word shield. Because I was looking at, you know, overall healing done, and, you know, heals per second, and overall throughput and stuff like that. And while his overall heals were much, much higher than mine, well, I wouldn't say much higher. He was about 20k, I was pulling about 15, 16. My overall healing throughput was higher than his, but at the same time, you know, his was primarily absorbs.
Yeah. He's more of a support healer.
You know, and it's fantastic. I loved it. Ah! It's like a flashbang went off in my face! Don't like flashbangs. They're bad. Oh, I should introduce you to the people that I'm actually in here with. Once again, you know Moon Girl, aka Fufula, aka one of the best tanks I've ever run with. And I think the only thing she does is tank. Because she bear tanks and she DK tanks, and DK tanks need nerfed. DK tanks don't need nerf food. I'm sorry, it's gonna happen.
Nope. Never.
The mage, once again, is Influminous, member of my guild, and also a very close personal friend of mine. And then I actually have, I don't know if you guys have seen Lycan in here before or not, but Lycan is one of my other healers. I say my other healers like I own them. one of my other healers in my raid group, and Wobble, who is a Warlock. Destro, it looks like right now, because I definitely seen the green fire, and I'm pretty sure that that was an incinerate I just saw, but don't quote me on that, because I'm not actually sure. Who is a raiding Warlock in our other raid team that I'm not actually sure if they're raiding right now. Hold on, noodles. I love the noodles. I know that they have the new feasts out. I know this, I understand this, but at the same time, it's like, it's like you don't get 5 of them at once. So, I miss them already.
So sad. My DPS.
Boop, boop. My law well down.
This tune.
I will slice the flesh from your bones.
Something about bumpkin. So slow casting. So slow.
Doom is coming.
And once again, using my combination of keybinds and voodoo, which I love, and I just wrote, I just actually did an article today on healing add-ons. I only did 3 because honestly, voodoo, healbot, and grid and click are the only ones I really know of at this point that are still around. And I've used all 3 of them, and that's primarily why I chose the other reason why I chose those 3 is because I've actually used all of them. And voodoo is by far my favorite. There is almost nothing that compares to, because it has the same functionality as both healbot and grid and click, but grid and click is like grid and click. It's like 2 add-ons to get the same functionality that I have in this one add-on right here.
The guy that made that sound.
Healbot, I had some problems with. It would like bug out on me in like the weirdest freaking ways, and it's just like I'm not really sure how to deal with it, besides, constantly resetting my UI, and that's kind of a pain in the butt, and I kind of hate doing it, so I kind of don't do it if I can get away with it. And there is an achievement associated with this boss, is if you don't take any damage from any of these things here, you get it, but I've already got it, so you're never going to see me. Oops, I probably should switch this to, personal, right?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, we'll set that to personal.
I have a 640.
To make sure everybody's rebuffed. I have the 640
speaking
helm,
of which,
so...
Can we, for Molten Core, can we get multiple types of helmet or just the one?
You only get one for your spec. I don't know if you go in as a second spec if you'll get a new one, but... Probably don't need to be out that far anymore.
So I'm going to get there one for DPS and then one for healing?
Move away from your friends! Power heal yourself! According to my friends, my ability to self-heal myself is absolutely through the fucking roof. Because I have somehow managed to survive mass pulls in Grimrail Depot. I could probably drag you from through an Uber's heroic. Holy crap, that isn't. Let's see if I can actually keep us alive. Yeah, she's back. I'm gonna give her the sacrificey thingy.
Yep. Oh, that's fucking bullshit.
Hi, Homebrew Dwarf. Yes, it is. There is a possibility I may be able to drag you through a heroic Ubers. I have done that before. You just have to let me know who you are. Because I don't give out my information online. As This is probably intelligent. Oh, you're having to use a big old heal here. Ah! That is an awful lot of... That's an awful lot of mobs.
One of them's a healer.
So, future note to self, don't AoE there. I don't know that's what caused it, but
I did it. I'm sorry. I went to the other side, and I thought I was far enough away because I ran like to the far side of the stairs. And thought, okay, I'm far enough, and I wasn't. I'm sorry.
it's cool, it's cool. It's just an instance, we got this. Right?
Yeah, my line of sight, I couldn't tell that that's why he died. I couldn't see him.
Yeah, line of sight's like a real huge issue in this. Like, that first room of Ubers is just a freaking nightmare.
Back here, Ty. There's a quest item.
I had to turn you up a little bit.
It's a bloom.
Oh, jeez, I got the ready for rating thing again. Okay, so when you get the ready for rating, I think it's like 4 achievement, you get this buff. Like every time you stop doing whatever you're doing, you dance. So I got it again, even though I already have the achievement. I will look you up, Homebrewed, and we will see what we can do about getting you through some heroic Ubers, because I have done that. It's both holy and discipline, so I pretty much know my way around those fights. I could probably get you Leroy too. That's actually really simple if you've got a decent group. So if you've got a group of friends who you think can actually pull the DPS for that, I can pull the heals for it. Like the network, gotta keep it real, right? Gotta know who your friends are. Gotta help people out. That's what I'm here for. I'm a healer. I'm not just a healer, I'm a double healer now. Double healer spec. What? Like, I got heals for your heals. I kinda like discipline because well, atonement healing actually results in an overall healing loss. So you don't even do it anymore, which is interesting. But that means you pretty much throw bubbles, bubble all the things. It's worse on the train. Oh god, the train. I love the train though. It's so much fun. Your level for discipline though, I know you picked between either Words of Mending, which is the level 100 talent I use for Holy, which is every time you heal something, you get a stack of Words of Mending, and when you get to 10, it auto-casts Prayer of Mending. There's one on the target that you just healed. So it'll automatically do its little bumps, and its get-arounds, and its things, and stuff like that. So it's not a huge deal. And the other one is Clarity of Power, Clarity of Will, Clarity of something. It's the one that it puts the bubble on a target. Okay, and it's only on one target, and if you keep casting it, to keep increasing the amount of the of the absorb on it, but you can put a bubble over that. So it's bubbles for your bubbles, so that you can bubble while you bubble. Because bubbles. I love bubbles.
Switch out with the other one or something.
Dance, dance. And see, it's still that annoying freaking, I mean, look, you see my horns? And they're gone. My horn's gone. And they're there. And they're gone. It's an annoying graphical bug. I know it's just a graphical bug. I understand this. But at the same time, it's just kind of like, I wish it would go away. But I find so far that Holy can pretty much do everything. You got something, you can, get your emergency heals off. You've got, your chakras that you can switch between. You can get your AoE kind of thing going on. You get your single target thing going on, which is actually what I'm in right now.
Beware.
Plus an alt here. Don't be afraid to use your cooldowns. Never, ever, ever be afraid to use your cooldowns. I use cooldowns on trash if I have to. If it's what it takes to survive the encounter, then that's what it takes to survive the encounter. I mean, it's pretty much your entire job as a healer. I know a lot of people are like, oh, healing is boring, healing sucks, blah, 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 blah. You know what? Those people don't know shit. Healing is great. Healing is a challenge, especially now. You kind of actually have to think about what the hell you're doing. You can't just slam heals down wherever you want. I mean, that's pretty much what I've been doing, but I mean, this guy's going to go down soon, so I don't really have anything to worry about. Let me just pop some heals, roll some things around. The healing game has never been particularly easy, but now it makes you actually have to think. I actually still have some of my targeting macros up here from last night, so if you're wondering what the hell these two buttons over here are, that's what they are. Those are targeting macros from Brackenspore last night, whom we did not manage to get down. Millhouse Manastorm. Oh my god, Millhouse Manastorm, he is amazing. I love having him around, especially since some of his abilities are kind of spectacular for me. Like, he can deal with minions. And I love that. Because I have, like, nobody right now who can deal with minions. I'm gonna get my food on. I'm gonna get my food on. Hold on real quick in my mana. Don't go up there. Yeah, so we can get you Millhouse Manastorm, and I know how to get you Leroy Jenkins, too. It's actually not all that difficult. It's not nearly as hard as Crowman was. Crowman was a pain. Was a pain, is a pain. I still only managed to do it, like, once at this point. So, cookies! Cookies! Make sure we're buffed. I don't have anybody. I wonder if... I'm like, I don't have anybody to laugh at when they're going across the bridge to the wind boss. So, well, then I have coffee. Probably should not be drinking coffee while the tank is dying. But yeah, if you guys have any questions about, you know, how I do what I do, or, you know, whatever, you know, feel free to ask. I kind of have my eyeball over here on chat. That's how I know Homebrew Dwarf is here. Who is a big-time supporter and friend of my people, the D20 Crit family. If you haven't checked out their site, it's www.d20crit.com. We have all kinds of podcasts and articles up there. You need to talk to my girl Adrienne. She's the Marvel comic book nerd, and I love her to death. She's adorable. I cannot help mages. That's a nice block. Baby bathed in my holy light. Holy light! Episode 10 of Dalaran Academy is out now. So, it's actually out earlier than I was expecting it for some reason. So, go and listen to it. It is on Stitcher, it is on iTunes, so you can download it and have fun with it and play with it and do things with it. Mostly listen to it.
Now,
this week's title...
where we don't want to kill the birds on top of an ash pile, is that right?
Yeah.
A pile of ash?
You gotta be careful because it does explode, so you can't.
Waiting for my people to invent finish just in case I can hear. This week's episode is entitled Pleasure Bots and Hot Fixes, and you'll see why. Don't forget, we also are doing a 20% off Jinx giveaway code, but you have to listen to the podcast to hear the code word, and then you have to tell either myself or Surfita, my co-host, or am I her co-host? I don't think it makes a difference at this point. I think we're just pretty much each other's co-hosts. As I cough. Because reasons. But you have to listen to the podcast all the way through, and then you have to message one of us. It's either message one of us or actually put the word up on our page on Facebook, facebook.com/Dalaran Academy, in case you didn't know, which you should know. And the first person who gets it gets this a 20% off code to Jinx. You just want to buy more swag. Wait, what? Sorry, I was talking to... I was talking to people. Sorry. on my stream. You guys do know I'm streaming this, right? I didn't put that disclaimer out there, didn't I?
No.
Well, you're live.
Legend Discerned Heroics, and he came.
Law well down. Law well go.
Who watches this stuff?
Bunch of my friends.
Or how many people watch?
Coughing, you're right, it is indeed a Pokemon. And its evolved form is Weezing. Because I am a super nerd. Because why else would I know that? Yeah, all kinds of people watch streams. People who,
It's got dots.
Warlords is really big right now in the live stream thing.
Got.
Especially when it comes to, like, heroics and stuff.
Kill him right here. Perfect. Just like every time. Now we gotta get to the side. Pull it to the side. Pull it to the side.
Beware.
Quills, run away.
Round behind the pillar.
Get a solar flare coming. Don't want to kill it right there. Don't want to kill it right there. Don't kill it there. Don't kill it there.
I even touched it.
Somebody was hitting it.
I never touched anything.
There we go, Wobble. Right there. Perfect.
Get that bird off me.
Kill it there.
I'm running around the pillars. It's gonna happen.
No, you can't run it there. You can't run it there. You can't run it there. You can't kill it there. No, don't do that.
Look, it either explodes and hurts us all, or I run and it doesn't hit anybody and I can still heal. Those are your options.
Spot right here.
Yeah, kill it there. Kill it here.
Kill it. It's on me, kill it.
Die, bird, die.
Bring it over here. Okay, I see where he wants. We can do a pattern.
Lots of room on this side. Beautiful.
Beware.
Quills, run away.
You are wondering about stats. Hold on, let me get the cover. Get the cover! Ah! Spam heals! Yeah, you know, honestly, I say the best thing really is to kind of use one of those as a starting point. I would suggest Icy Veins, as more people tend to trust it as a good kicking off point for your characters. I use Icy Veins, and they say Multi-Strike and Mastery are basically your top two stats at this point. Well, they say Multi-Strike and Haste if you're doing, like, Mythic content, which I am not at this point, but I will be at some point in time doing that. But they say Mastery right now, and Multi-Strike and Mastery at the top, but I like Multi-Strike, but I don't think that it should be at the top of my stat priority list. In Spirit should definitely still be up there. So here's what I'm doing. I'm doing all of my enchants right now are either Mastery or Multi-Strike, and I am an enchanter, so I can do my own things. I haven't gotten all the gifts quite yet. So, get around, get around, get around, get around.
It looked like you fell right off the ledge.
I don't even remember them going up for me. How did they beat me? They should jump off and die. Yeah. Okay.
It must have been tied up.
Let's quick heal up, y'all. And,
so do we need to kill this?
I would say, let's start off with Icy Veins. It's a good starting place.
Really matter
get a level of spirit that you're comfortable with. You're going to want most of your trinkets to have it. Or most of your, like, your secondary items, like your rings and stuff like that. Your legendary ring isn't going to have it. It's going to have, for a healer, it's going to have haste and versatility on it. Haste is obviously not bad. It is not But more haste can't possibly hurt, so I don't see what the problem is. I would say a healthy amount of mastery and multi-strike is going to do good. But don't forget about, I mean, int, you're not going to really have a choice in everything you're going to have is going to have int on it. But try to get as much spirit as possible so that you can judge your mana regeneration. And once you get to a level that you yourself are comfortable with, don't listen to anybody else when they say you got to have so much spirit. Get to a level that you know is going to work for you. And once you get there, then you start worrying about other stats and stuff like that. That being said, if you have problems with mana regeneration during fights, I would get the Mindbender. I'll show you what talent it is here in a second. Instead of Surge of Light, which is what I'm using right now. And saving somebody's life with. I think Power with Solace is the other one. So. And then, like I said, this is where I said, you know, it's okay to use your cooldowns. Multi-strike. Yeah, see, I understand where they're coming from, but I just don't think it's particularly practical to go with just straight up multi-strike. Flashbang in the face. That's exactly what that looks like. I don't see why I should call it anything else. Yeah, that's why I think it's important that you figure out what a good baseline is to start off with, and then you figure out what works for your playstyle. I like multi-strike, but I'm not going to stack multi-strike if I can avoid it. I'm going to stack Mastery, because Mastery, especially for Holy Priest, is very good. It's improved healing for Echo of Light. It's a free freaking high. Why would you not want to boost that up as much as humanly possible? Yeah, I knew you could change the ring at the vendor, but I'm lazy. I'm like,
There's Jello.
wobble. There we go. Let's do this. Yeah. I like Surge of Light much better because I like free flash heals. I'm not gonna lie. And I know how kind of weak Divine Star is right now, which is upsetting because it was so nice in Mr. Pandaria. And every time you hit it, it's like every time it hit people, like I would get crits. I would get procs of Surge of Light, which was amazing. But it just kind of is not very good right now. So I just go with the Fire and Forget with Cascade. So I mean, like I said, ultimately it is entirely to you. You do what is best for you. Find someplace good to start, and then figure it out from there. Best advice I could possibly give any healers, any new healers, any old healers, any healers whatsoever. And let me dance, let me dance, let me dance.
So this guy does stuff with people.
Yeah, it'll come and pick you up.
Okay, no problem. I love, well, I do Holy and Discipline, so, I mean, eventually I will do all of these dungeons from a Discipline's perspective. But Holy Priest is like, I was playing this in the beta, and I freaking loved the Holy Priest. I love their kit. I love the fact that they could literally do just about everything in the healing game. And I mean, I'm coming from a background of playing a Restoration Shaman, okay, who at the beginning of Mr. Pandaria were kind of like, you know, but at the end of Mr. Pandaria, it's like, whoa, where did they come from? It's like, holy crap. Spam, chain heal, all over the place, healing rain. Ultimate, and I decided ultimately that I didn't like that style of healing for Warlords of Draenor because it's almost too niche. You kind of have to be generalized in in Warlords to kind of even really succeed.
The-
Yes, that flash shield has saved a tank many a time. I am notorious for getting off that the Guardian Spirit at like just the perfect time to save the tank's life. Which is amazing. I love. That's another thing I love about Holy Priest. Oh my goodness, their cooldowns. Divine Hymn is okay. I'm not gonna lie. It's okay. It's not the best. It's not anywhere near as good as Ascension, Healing Tide Totem, Spirit Link Totem combination used to be, because holy crap, that was some heals right there. Those were some heals. But I love Guardian Spirit. I love it because it's like, regardless of when I use it, like I use it when the tank is getting low on health, and it boosts all of my heals on the tank. I use it when the tank's about to die, and it sacrifices itself and saves the tank's life. Because at what point is that never gonna not be a great idea?
Look at the first interrupt.
See, person after my own heart, after my own soul, healers at heart. See, and that's why healers at heart. See, because we understand and we're awesome. That's why. So high five, distance 5 from you. Healing is amazing, and I wish more people kind of saw it. I mean, we don't. It's like we don't look at our numbers. We don't care. You know how you can tell that we're doing our job and we're doing it right? Are you still alive? Did you die? Did you die, and was it your fault? Because if it was your fault, I don't feel bad. And they don't understand the healer rage. They don't understand the healer rage. Tanks don't understand the healer rage. DPS definitely don't understand the healer rage. That's why, that's ultimately the reason why I brought my website back, angryhealers.com. So, so go check that out, because I have a lot of good stuff up there. Oh, and I totally need to get that sun crystal. But anyways, thank you for coming. I am gonna be back. All right, we're taking a small break right now so that I can switch out people and turn in quests and do all sorts of stuff, get repaired and stuff like that. But I will be back. Okay, I promise you, in like 5-10 minutes, and we're gonna come back with another dungeon. We're either gonna be doing Shadow Moon Burial Grounds or Everbloom. I don't know which one yet. It depends on what people need. But don't forget, you can find me on Facebook. www.facebook.com/InquisitorAura Cosplay and Nerdery. You can follow me on Twitter at InquisitorAura. I'm also on Tumblr, and I'm on Pinterest. If it's at InquisitorAura anywhere, that is me. Follow my my friends at d20crit.com, my own podcast, which I co-host with Seraphita Cosplays, Dalaran Academy. Go check out Angry Healers. That's where I post up a lot of my healer stuff, and it does get really snarky there, so you have been warned. That is my disclaimer. Alright, so for the contest, you need to go to either d20crit.com and listen to the podcast there for Dalaran Academy, or you can find us on Stitcher and on iTunes, and then listen to the podcast, episode 10, Pleasure Bots and Hot Fixes, and you will get everything you need to know about the contest for the Jinx code right there. Alright? So I will see you back here in a couple of minutes. Don't go anywhere. I'll be back. Bye.